Hello, collective. Welcome into your reading. FYI, I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. Oh my gosh. This is the feeling. This is feeling that I have. And this is a message from Spirit that there's a shift. 22. There's a shift happening tomorrow. I'm recording this on the 21st. There's a shift as of the 22nd. This is a timeless reading. So whenever you are watching this, there's a shift happening in your life. And it has to do with two energies merging within, okay? And so it feels like whenever you watch this the next day, that's the information that I'm getting at the moment because I'm recording it today and it's happening tomorrow. So the day after you watch this. And I just went out to eat and I had the most incredible experience, and I will go into that in a moment. But for now, I just want to bring you the message of Spirit in love. There has been so many synchronistic changes in my life over the past few days, ever since the new moon. I feel like the moon is very important. Again, it was an eclipse. So there's something about this darkness taking over. We're coming out of that. So this could literally be like an eclipse. But it's also something to do with the eclipse energy that you have perhaps held inside of you. Like a darkness has taken hold of you and there's something clearing. Something is clearing. And it brings you back to love. Your love. In love with yourself. In love with life. Now, if you did not watch my last reading, I'm going to show you the scrying message that it kind of came out, but then it dissipated. There wasn't any other information around it. And this is coming back to that. So I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to show you real quick here the image from the scrying message. And then I'm going to let you know what else about the reading, what this means for you, and the amazing experience that I had when I went to eat. I just saw 3:03 on the timer. 33 could be very significant. That could be something you've been seeing. And so here, we're going to, about knock that over. We're going to pause and I'm going to show you the scry. Okay, so this was the scrying message. And as I did this, I was getting the image of something reptilian, draconic, ancient, dinosaurs, this kind of an image. And then this was giving me the image of the Eye of Horus. And so that third eye, that vision, seeing something clearly. And then I also was feeling like the image here in the middle was that of a division sign. And it felt like, as this is opened up, that you were divided from seeing something clearly because of an old energy within you. This could be lineage. This could be ancestors. This could be an experience in your life. And what they are bringing to my attention that tomorrow, the 22nd, tomorrow after you watch this division is no longer going to be there. The division is dissipating so that now you can see clearly something from the past and where your future is going. So something is being removed here from your life. This could be an old energy, from an experience, but it definitely feels like it's an energy within you. It's like being zapped out, just pulled out. Okay. Let's pause this and we'll come back. Okay. So something's dissipating. And whatever that is going to make you see more clearly about you and your life and where it's going. Like things are going to start opening up. It may be a massive time period of downloads, synchronicities, definitely synchronicities. And it could feel overwhelming. So what I have learned to do is writing those down. I feel like something's crooked here. Are we crooked? Maybe I'm crooked. I don't know. 6:06 on the timer. Synchronicities. So I have just created on the notes on my phone. I just have a space where when I start seeing synchronicities or songs that speak to me, just noting them, just note it down. And then as things open and unfold and ground, I can go back to that and look at what day did that happen? When did I start seeing this? How has it progressed? What feels like the meanings behind these. So just a suggestion, you may have a book that you carry, however that works for you, but noting them in some manner feels like it is helpful to help ground it in, okay? Because we want to bring this energy from the divine and we want to bring that into us, something tangible we can hold on to. Okay. So, first of all, I feel guided to go to the Archetypes guidebook and see if we can get a hint, if we can find out what this old energy is for the collective. What does this mean for you? Definitely something about past life, lineage, ancestors. And it also feels like it's these ancestors that are like, remember who you are. It's a very Venusian energy that's coming up around love. So, for the collective, angels, guides, ascended masters of the highest white light, most benevolent love, and most quantified for messages of the collective. What are the messages here you want to bring forth? Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron. Surround this group. Fill them with light, clarity. Free them from illusions, delusions, and allow them to see this truth. Through the eye of Horus, what does the collective need to see about these old archetypal energies? Both of them? Okay, bottom of the deck, Venom. There is something in your life, in your energy, that has been in your life. And it could even come down to a belief that stems from something in the past. This could be a passed down habit, tradition, something to that effect. You may recognize it in other family members. Okay. The Ring, which makes me think of Lord of the Rings. Maybe you're a fan. But I'm definitely seeing this snake skin. And interesting, we just closed out the year of the snake and moved into the fire horse. And look at this imagery. This snake going into the fire. It's almost like the snake coiling up, like closing up around something. And there's definitely an eye. This has given me that dragon energy. And isn't that story? Okay, I don't know if this is myth or truth. But wasn't it something that originally, doesn't it talk about in the Bible that the snake used to have legs, but through some form of deception, the legs were removed and they had to slither to get where they wanted to go? Interesting. Okay. Maybe you feel like you lost your footing. Some energy has made you feel like you lost your footing. You haven't, though. It's them. It's that energy from something in here. What do we have? The nectar. That sweetness within. Some energy, some past energy experience, kind of, I'm getting like stole the nectar. And the nectar being that you're in love, you are love. It stole the sweetness from you. So this could be a depression type of feeling. This could be a night of the soul, come back, ego death type of scenario. But something, if this message is for you, you know what I'm talking about. You've just been feeling, and I just thought, well, as I said that, it was 1300 on the timer. Something has just like, you're like, where did my life go? Where did my jubilance go? Where did my happiness go? Okay. What do we have here? The storm. I'm seeing there's something about Canada or a maple leaf. Just this outline brought me there. And the maiden. The storm and the maiden. These two fell way over here to the side. These two fell here. Okay, so two energies merging. And it's almost like as that snake energy is coiling up, okay, let's look at these again. The snake energy going into the fire, then the fire comes out here. These are like opposites, right? Then the fire can come out and this black and white merging in the middle. The numbers 7 and 8 could be very significant. Okay. Oh, and we have 8 and we have 7 again. 7 and 8, 7 and 8. Okay. Okay. So, what I'm getting is this venomous type energy is going through some sort of a breakthrough, a breakdown, and an electrocution. Like something of the system has been being shocked. Okay, it's like that light bulb. And when that's gone, when that shock happens and like zzz through your body and it dissipates, then we come back to the maiden, the nectar and the maiden. And as I pulled this up here, they were kind of like, "There's your 8." You're tapping back into that part of you of love, sensitive. Maybe you've hardened yourself out of protection. Understandable. So they're not really bringing me to specifics. Because like I said, I feel like it could, be different for many people. But whatever it was, this energy is leaving your life. And you're going to know it. When it gets zapped, you're going to know, oh my gosh. And what comes out is this warrior spirit. The snake reinvented, full of light and love, balanced. And we think of rainbows with joy and happiness, right? It's going to release this. Your happiness is coming out after whatever this storm is that happens. Next one down, the vow, the promise, the rainbow. 41, right? The day after. When peace is delivered. Okay. Thank you. That was beautiful. All right. So that's the energy. That's what's happening to that old energy. And what is it about the moon? Oh, did I say that? Because it was here, but I didn't go that far, but now they're telling me to. So the next card down was the Mystic. And that's going along with the Moonology message. Maybe you have already had this happen or are just stepping into this mystical things happening. Like what happened to me when I went to go eat. Okay, they want me to talk about that now. So I got my dinner and I had a napkin on my lap and I just felt like I needed to get a clean napkin. And I reached over and there was more than one there and I didn't realize it. So I ended up picking them both up and then the one in my hand fell to the floor and fell, which made me realize there was a penny on the floor. And I didn't pick it up immediately because I thought, I don't know, I just felt like it was for someone else. And then the longer I sat there, that penny just drove me crazy. And what I heard was, what's the date? So I got up and I went and got the penny. And I felt kind of silly because, like scrounging for a penny on the ground. But I knew there was something here that told me what the date on that penny was important. So I grabbed it, I sat it down, I took a picture of it, and it was 10:10 when I took the picture. And so the completion of 2, going back to that, okay? Or the connection of 2, right? 10, take away the zeros, it's 1, 1. So it's like a connection and a void, a connection and a void. And when we pull those together, it's 11. Okay, so fast forward, while I'm sitting there eating, I noticed they were having a birthday celebration for this lady. And she was older, and which they're telling me, yep, next card down, the crone. She was older and she was in a wheelchair, but she looked like she was having so much fun, and they were having fun with her and dancing and singing. And I was thinking, when I leave, I want to go tell her happy birthday. So I got sidetracked on the way out, and I didn't even know what I did with this penny. I couldn't remember if I picked it up, put it in a pocket, left it on the table. I didn't know. So anyway, as I go to walk out, she happens to be right by the door. And I said, "Are you the birthday girl?" And she said, "Oh," and just kind of shook her head. And she said, "Yep, 85 years old." And I said, "Oh my goodness, really?" And she said, "Yeah." And that's when it clicked with me. That's the date on the penny. It was 1985. And I said, "Oh my gosh." And when I picked the penny up, it was heads up. Good luck. And I said, "Hold on. I have something for you." And I went back to the table and I found the penny, and I came back over and I said, "Well, I have a birthday gift for you." I said, "This is yours and it's for good luck." And I gave it to her and she said, "Oh my goodness." She said, I said, "And it's 1985. And she said, "Well, oh my goodness. Can you believe that?" And she goes, "I love pennies." I said, "You do?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "Boy, that came back from the era of, 100 pennies makes $1. Every penny counted." And she said, "We used to cherish pennies." She goes, "I absolutely love them and I save them." When I tell you, my heart ripped wide open, that something that could seem so meaningless, that had been dropped on the floor, and this woman was just like so happy with it, okay? It touched her heart in a way that I had no idea, which touched my heart. 10:10, right? And I said, "Well, happy birthday." I said, it's a good luck penny, and happy birthday." And she said, "I will cherish this." Looked me dead in the eye with a penny, and she said, "I will cherish this." And I just said, "Oh my gosh, stay blessed." And I walked out to my car, and I've just smiled. I've just smiled in love, because I just witnessed the love of God in that woman. I just can't even explain it. And that is why I sat down here to do this reading, is that you're going to start having some experiences like that you're like, dang, like, I just can't even believe that just happened like that. Okay, 24 on the timer. Something's going to really stand out for you. When I tell you it was the most beautiful experience, I hope I explained that well enough that you got the excitement and message of what happened. I'm going to trust that I did. Trust that you got it. It was so adorable. What a beautiful, beautiful lady. Happy 85th birthday. Lincoln lady. Oh, okay. Cut the deck. Hold on. All right. What is the message here from the Moonology deck? What is it you want us to know about this nectar? Like the sweetness of life. Something about with the crone, it's that wisdom of the age and the knowledge that they have. Like she brought back that, it brought back for her that moment that, man, they saved every penny. And maybe that's part of what we're letting go. That we're not in that era anymore. We're not in war era, right? And how can we let that go? Don't let pride get in your way is on the bottom of the deck. Lions have been very apparent recently. Definitely Leo season, but it just brings me to mind Lionsgate. They have not given me like confirmation of that, but it's something like I keep looking at it and I'm wondering. So maybe there's something that you keep looking at and you're like, is that what that means? There might be something that you're really pondering right now. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. I laugh because I am a Gemini with a Cancer moon. So, and I was just saying, I'm pondering, does this mean Lionsgate? The answers you need are coming. So, yeah, we're on the right track here. You're safe. We're not in war anymore. You're safe. This is that heart space, the love. You can open up your heart and allow love in and allow yourself to give love and be loved. And be in love. Here. Then you can be in love out there. I feel like I'm supposed to see what's under this. Your commitment's being tested. There's going to be some opportunities come up for you to make a decision. And the test, which I like to call, is an opportunity to use your skills, is enacting or reacting and taking that moment to really ground and check in with your heart. And is this aligned? And I just saw 2828. So these number synchronicities about these balances and coming into alignment, they're showing up in double numbers right now. Okay. Apparently we're going into some emotions here. The next card down is Starborn. Something's breaking open. That's that storm in you. Breaking open, and the siren. You're crossing a threshold. That's what this is about. These opportunities are going to kind of lure you, right? Like it sounds good, looks good, but you really have to go in here to your heart to know, is that right for me? Is it aligned for me? Does it feel like a win-win? Okay. What is this you want? collective know about emotions, and then we're going to see where this closes out with where you're going. Okay. Bottom of the deck is grumpy. I feel like that's what we're leaving. In fact, that's the card that came out in the last reading, if I'm not mistaken. All right, we have joy. Oh my gosh. Certain and ready. Oh, you're ready. In love and joy, you find certainty. You're ready. Love, joy, certainty, and the feeling that you know you're ready. It's coming. You are at the threshold. You've either just crossed or you're almost there. It's so close. You're ready for it. I love this for you because I'm telling you what, when you go out there and you make some little old lady's day by giving her a penny that you found on the floor, and she lights up, that's because of her wisdom. She remembers. She remembers the joy. And she remembers. It brings nostalgia for her. And she, it feels like, and we survived. And yes, we have survived. And you're safe to step into your joy. My heart. It's like the Grinch. I feel like my heart grew 10 times in that moment. Ah, so beautiful. Where is the collective? Okay, light blue. They're bringing me back to this, that both these cards. Archangel Michael could be very present in your atmosphere. Also, blue beings, healing. And they all work together. You know, this Venusian, the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, whatever you resonate with. But definitely you may be very drawn to light blue at this time. These lighter blues. And funny that, oh my gosh, look, we have pink and green here, the heart space, and then the other two are written in blue. And Grumpy, he's over here in gray. Oh my gosh. The Scrooge, the Grinch, and your heart growing from remembering something of the past and transmuting that. That's like those stories, right? The Grinch and Scrooge. Okay, so what collective, not what collective, what do you want the collective to see about this future and why they don't want to be grumpy, why they want to move into this joy? What do you want to tell the collective about this? You know, all I had was to sit down here with my experience and share. And this has just come together so beautifully. The Sword of Light, Archangel Michael. These angels are here. Divine protection, cords cut, and breakthrough energy. You're safe. Your loved ones are safe. You're protected. These cords to this old energy are cut. And you get to move freely. All right. I am being guided to read this message. But where did I put the book? Hold on.
Sorry.
That pause was divinely timed because as I walked over to get the book and I came back, what I was told is that you're leaving this wartime energy behind and now you're using your sword of light. This is your tool now. Light workers, speak up. Bottom of the deck, Temple of Truth. Shine your light. You can't help it, okay? Like, this is a point where you feel so much joy inside that everybody is picking up on this. And there's something about holding this card, like thinking of the sword, and it starts vibrating. The sword and the stone, isn't that what happens when he pulls the sword out and it starts like glowing with this blue light and has this vibration to it? That's you. And it's going to come out. Like you can't hide it any longer. You cannot hide your joy any longer. You're ready. You're certain. You're joyful because you are in love. Oh, gosh. It's beautiful. Okay, what is it you want us to know? Your message. When this card comes to you, you know that it is confirmation that you are walking the path of light and responding to pre-incarnation soul contracts to make a difference on the planet. You're closing out that old cycle and stepping into a new contract. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. It's also a sign that you have the opportunity to sever connections to fears and limitations. Energetic cords bind us into situations, loved ones, and even the past. But you are in a transition now and detaching from unnecessary connections, dramas, and fears. Know that there will be great severing at this time, and you may feel isolated for a moment, as you will be reconfiguring your circle of trust and moving into a life that is in greater alignment with your highest good. Know that the cords that bind you to loved ones and soul family will remain intact. You and your loved ones are safe. It's only the lower vibrational connections that are being severed. Expect breakthroughs and doors of opportunity opening for you. Whew. If you feel strongly connected to Archangel Michael, know that his energy is with you now. Oh. That's like mic drop for me. It's just like you're ready. You're in love. It's almost as if you're encapsulated. Like Archangel Michael is filling you with so much, and it's growing out. His aura is shining through you. That's why you're so bright. It's your energy and his, like coming out to tell the world, here I am. Oh my gosh. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. All right. Final message from the Root Woman Oracle. Here, I thought this was going to be a shorter message. Okay. They're telling me this is a preview of what the next reading's about. Okay. What do you want the collective to know? The Crossroads, card number 10. The Return, card number 17. You're returning home. You're returning to yourself. And that is what this next message is going to be about. Guys, number 7, the threshold. You're there. This is just beautiful. All right. Last card. Seal the deal. What can they expect at this threshold? It feels like you've made a choice, with 10 being an ending and starting a new beginning. What is this you're returning to? Like, how are they going to know? This is... How are they going to know when they're ready? What is this? What's happening? What's a symbol? Bottom of the deck. A new beginning is on the horizon. Embrace it. Ah, yes. Yes, you're there. You're at the threshold. I'm hearing you returning from a long, cold journey. A powerful spell will bring you what you desire. This feels like you spoke something into 4114. You spoke something into existence. And you're going to know when that clicks with you, you're going to be like, "Oh, that's the spell that brings you what you desire." You spoke something into existence. A powerful transformation is underway. Trust the process. I don't know if you can read those. You can always take a screenshot and read it up close if you're not able to see it. Stunning. Stunning. You and your loved ones are safe. You are protected. You are disconnecting from this old energy. Oh my gosh, I love this for you. That is where I'm going to leave this reading. So thank you, collective, for sharing your energy and calling on this message, this confirmation. I absolutely love connecting with you, and I thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes, donations as we are progressing in this safe space to dive into the shadows and bring them to light. I love you all so much. Go out there and lead with love. Till next time. Bye now.